decision.
First ball of the series. And defended into the offside by Gurbaz. He'll be looking to get through his first over without a boundary, and that's just been helped on its way by Gani. Just round the corner, Lorcan Tucker unable to get his hands on it. And it goes away for four. First boundary. Maybe now's the time. Oh, it's edged away. It's going to run away as well. Run away to the fence. It wasn't in control by any means by Gurbaz. A genuine edge. That's a much better shot from Gurbaz. Goes straight. Goes hard.
Risked to bring McBride onto him.
And swept away. High in the air, but that's going to run away again. Couple of bounces. And into the fence it goes. And Gurbaz has certainly liked this idea of going to spin in the power play. He's got 3 boundaries in the over. Interesting to see how Gurbaz approaches him, and he approaches him by flat batting him straight down the ground. And for a 1-bounce 4, I thought that might have been our first 6 of the afternoon. Interesting to see how Gurbaz approaches him, and he approaches him by flat batting him straight down the ground. And for a 1-bounce 4, I thought that might have been our first 6 of the afternoon, but certainly some way to welcome Barry McCarthy into the attack.
Well, he tried to play that short ball down the ground off Little, and we saw him get absolutely nowhere near the middle of the bat. This one, again, he's just sitting back in the crease. Perhaps McCarthy doesn't quite have the pace of Little to challenge him on that length, and he was waiting on that delivery. And the fact that he has played that shot now, he's more attuned to the pace of the pitch. I wonder if that means Ireland will rethink their plans.
Pulled away again, and I think that's going to skip away. It is. Into the fence it goes. Gurbaz started off sluggishly, but none of that no more. Moves to 26 off 19. That's spooned in the air. Tector ever so slightly misjudged it initially, but he's come in and taken a very, very easy catch. A little smile on his face. Oh, it's edged away. It's going to be a boundary to start for Shahidi. By no means.
Resuming.
See another edge fly down past third man for 4 runs. Certainly is a beautiful day for it, and the first 5 overs have had it all. We've had a few boundaries, we've had a wicket.
The team. Something I don't quite understand. And again, that's going to go down to third man, really. And it's the V behind the wicket that's producing most of the runs right here.
A lot harder for the batters to get under him.
Could be a chance. Oh, it's not. It's gone flat, and it's gone hard, and it's gone for 6.
Again, that's the width, however, so he's hit his length there, but a little bit too much width there. So him play a fantastic sweep shot through the offside, piercing between long on and cow corner. That's just that little bit of width at that pace. Beautiful shot there from Gani, throwing his hands through it as it goes away for 4. And the problem with bowling that pace, as you say, Louis, McCarthy just drifting down the leg side, and again, that's just too easy. So those 2 bad balls is far too easy to pick up off the legs there.
Delaney. And could be.
We see one get up in the air and caught at fine leg. A fantastic catch by Paul Sterling running back. And that's exactly what we're talking about with George Dockrell coming around the wicket. It does take LBW out of the equation, but to play that sweep shot that Shahidi is so good at.
It's pulled away. Deep square leg is actually in the ring at square leg, so it's going to run away to the boundary. First one in quite a while. 23 delivery since the last one, but Gani.
And that's Gani's single. Oh, and they're going for a second. And get home comfortably. But that's 50 for Gani. His 4th 50 in T20I. His 2nd versus Ireland, 73 in Dehradun 2019. A wonderfully controlled innings, Andrew.
It's going to be 4 more. And that's the worry with bowling that type of line. When you've got third man in. I know they've a deep backward.
That's a great shot from Zadran, really effortless. Delaney going just that little bit fuller and getting punished accordingly. And
off Thick outside edge, and it's a good catch from McBride. Gareth Delaney gets the wicket, and Zadran, who was beginning to tick, had just put away a big 6 earlier on in this over, has to go. He goes for 15, a needed wicket for
Get a spin from the other end, I reckon.
Potential chance there. And an important wicket, and Barry McCarthy has done it again. He's got a wicket, and Harry Tector's taken a steepler there at deep mid-wicket. Never really in doubt.
In the air, straight down the throat of Harry Tector. He's not dropping that. Mohamed Nabi is absolutely livid with himself. Bowled into the pitch from Dockrell.
Pace early on. And another edge flies down through the third man boundary. How many of those have we seen today?
Yeah, it's not the first time, that's for sure. Fine leg up from this spot. Fine leg now back. As he goes dug into the pitch, and it's pulled away. And pulled all the way, I think, straight into the advertising hoardings. Just very good pull shot there. It's cut away down to third, and it's taken. Curtis Camphor down there. Well, we were saying that it was such an effective plan from a run-saving point of view earlier. It's in the air, down to long off, and it's taken down there. George Dockrell along off makes no mistake. That's a massive wicket for Ireland, giving what we know Rashid Khan can do at the back end of an innings.
Fairly straight. You see there, into the wicket, fairly straight, but picked up absolutely beautifully by Zadran and put over the rope for 6.
Perhaps it's a bit too straight from Mark Adair. That one hit hard again, and that one is absolutely massive. Big leg side boundary there. Adair went pace off instead of the full pace bumper. Harry Tector was interested for half a second, but that ball just kept flying away over the mid-wicket fence. Bumper he was able to hit over fine leg in the slower ball as this one goes over extra cover this time. Adair goes wide, outside off with his mid-off fielder inside the ring. Looks for that Yorker, he's missed its length. But he hasn't timed it at all, and Harry Tector comes round, and it's an easy 2 to end the innings. And you have to say, just talk about momentum in T20 cricket. That over has given, as we look at the Afghanistan scorecard there, Ghani, 59 off 42, stands out straight away. His was a big wicket. Didn't quite get the opportunity to get going at the death. Barry McCarthy picked up 3 wickets there.
From George Dockrell, probably a bit stiff not to bowl his 4 at 2 for 7. And Barry McCarthy chipping in with some very, very important...
Begin.
Strong defensive shot to begin.
And he's on it. Instead of Noor Ahmed was injured, and that's a super shot from Andrew Balbirnie. Relatively risk-free, uses the pace that Mujib puts on the ball and just helps it over fine leg.
Buckingham saw that in the newspapers today, and again a little bit of fortune as Afghanistan also had that skews away off a thickish outside edge. Oh, that's a cracking shot. No problem with foot movement there from Andy Balbirnie. Right forward to that and caress that through extra cover. That's a fantastic.
Short and pulled away. We know Andrew Balbirnie loves the short ball. That takes him to 19. It is, of course, his highest score.
Africa. Oh, and that should have been held, really. There was no dive. And Sterling, fortuitous boundary, you'd have to say. He's kind of struggled with the pace.
What we'll use to describe that effort. Well, he didn't get hold of the one before, but this one, Paul Sterling, has absolutely smashed into the trees over square leg. That'll most likely be a new ball required.
Goes slower. That's a fantastic shot from Paul Sterling. Picked it all the way, straight down the ground. Almost cannoning into one of the photographers here in Stormont. All the way from Sterling. He moves to 24. Just glanced, and that's glanced away. And a lovely shot that from Andy Balbirnie. Boundary round the corner and brings up a 50 partnership between these. He's gone reverse sweeping, and he's got it away for 4. Sterling, he found the gap. There was 2 men on the reverse sweep. There was a backward point and a short. He's forced that away. I think he's picked out the man. He has. It's a good catch out at deep cover. And Paul Sterling has to depart. It was only a few inches away from going all the way. But unfortunately, it has fallen short.
To score off the others at the other end.
Tucker going on the sweep, and he's managed to squeeze that one past. Short fine leg, and it runs away for a boundary. A nice boundary for Tucker to get. Balbirnie goes over extra cover. That's a lovely shot. It's well placed. Most importantly, he got plenty of it as well. A few.
And the bigger boundaries on the offside to the right-hander. He's gone for the ramps. Fantastic shot over the 45 that's up in the ring. That trickles away for 4. Great piece of innovation from Lorcan Tucker.
Oh, that's a great shot from Lorcan Tucker to hit that on the full where he did. And with the direction, that is a smashing shot for him. That's not an easy thing to do, Bevy.
Striking, when you get the opportunity to take the boundary, you take it. He's gone for a sweep shot. Executed perfectly in front of square, and that's another 4. Lorcan Tucker are really doing a good job employing different types of sweepings that we've spoken about with him in Bristol. That's a very good sweep shot employed once again. Very fine through 45, and it's another 4. Andy Balbirnie looks an ominous touch. And that's a great shot down the ground. He's pummeled Mohamed Navi's first ball of that over for 4, straight back over his head. Absolutely, that team, that's to the plan that they've very clearly defined. As we see another sweep shot go for 4, is cheered extremely loudly by the Irish team on the sideline here, and plans and his ability to execute it just changes so quickly as he punches it out into the leg side to bring up a long-awaited 50. And it's a fantastic innings from Andrew Balbirnie.
And that will really please everyone in this ground, and you can see his own teammates absolutely thrilled for that.
Yeah, it wasn't any old celebration. They clearly got behind him as he sweeps out to the deep mid-wicket. The catch is taken on the boundary. Holding out, Andy Balbirnie very frustrated with himself there as Afghanistan take the 2nd wicket for the day.
Boundary. Tucker stays leg side of the ball, and he's just glanced that one away. Not sure whether he wanted to get that as fine as he did, but he certainly was opening the face. Cover. He does go slower, and Tucker gets bat on it, but doesn't get enough to get it past Mujeeb. He does get enough to get a single and move himself to 50. A second T20 international 50 in just his last 3 games for Lorcan Tucker. Oh, that's high, and Rashid Khan is circling underneath it and takes the catch. Tucker's got to go for 50. It was always got too much height and not enough distance. May have gone all the way on the other side of the ground.
But it's a boundary scoring option.
And that's one way to do it. Harry Tector, stand and deliver. He's hit one straight out of Stormont there. He picked the slower ball from Faruqi. It sat in the pit. Slower ball. Plays it well over extra cover. Is it going to go to the boundary? You bet it is. Harry Tector's got a fantastic boundary away over extra cover. Goes slower. Powered down the ground by Dockrell. It's very straight. That's a good piece of fielding, but he's parried it for 4. It's gone for 4. The summer of his life. And he's drilled it away. That could be 2. It's going to go away for 4. And Ireland have finally won a game this summer, and deservedly so. George Dockrell and Harry Tector, the 2 men of the summer for Ireland, are there at the end.